So in our previous session, what we looked was RedoLogs and what are RedoLog group, what are RedoLog files, members, what is logical, what is physical, why it exists in the database, what is the role of RedoLogs, and we cover all those things. Now, that means RedoLog is really important in database, and to have it is not optional. It is compulsory to have RedoLogs, but it is optional to have archive mode. Now, this is something new, right? So we will look what is RedoLog assigned to archive and how those play important role. But before telling you about more of RedoLogs, I would like to ask you one question. Are you following my content? Are you feeling that it is giving any value to you all? If yes, please do comment and let me know your updates. And if you want me to change anything or include some other advanced topic in between of this training, like you have upgrade, migrates, you have performance tuning, you have backup recovery, you have user managements, all those topics are there in database. What I have planned is that I will take each topic in a sequential manner so that you follow everything from basic till advanced. But let me know if you want some small knowledge about the introduction of upgrade, what exactly is upgrade, or how is migrations. I could include that in between. I would create some videos on those topics as well. Let me know. All right. I am following your comments, and if you need any more information or any more explanation on the topic that I have already covered, do let me know. Let's jump into the session for today. Okay, so here it's a diagram and we will look into step by step. So we have RedoLog group 1, we have RedoLog group 2. So there are two RedoLog groups which are having Redo files or members. Redo files are there for both. All right, so let us put this in the box. So these are Redo files. This is logical, this is physical. Now consider this files, Redo is being written in this files. All right. Now what happened, we will understand the mechanism behind that. Now each and every entry that is happening in the database is being recorded over here. Once this gets full, let's say the size was 100 MB. Now this size got full. What would happen? There would be a log switch, and then the writer would write on this second Redo files. Log switch will happen. Once this log switch happens, the data from here has been written into a disk, this physical disk, into a form of another files. Now, a very interesting thing happens over here. It has a sequence number. Let's consider this was a sequence number 1. So you will have a file name x sequence hash 1 created over here. Log switch happened, it written over here. The log sequence got incremented from sequence 1, it went to sequence 2. Till here, it's understood. Okay, now, what is this file? What are we calling this file? Because we know this is RedoLog files, this is RedoLog group. What is this file? This file is your archive log or archive files. So, now see, you have this archive file is optional. We will see into our upcoming session. Log mode, no archive, backup. Now keep this aside and let us first focus over here. In no archive mode, that means if log sequence happen, it's not writing on the disk. This is not happening. It's not writing on the disk. The log sequence is changing to log sequence 2 and redo log has been written. So in no sequence, no archive mode, the log sequence is overwritten. How is that possible? Log sequence happen, your log sequence number is 2. Now the data is writing over here. And this gets filled with all the data and it's full. What will happen? The log switch will happen. Second log switch will happen. Now there is already a data. The new redo entries will override this data because this has not been backed up into the archive files. So the data would be overwritten and we don't have the old data. That has happened in no archive mode. What is archive mode? The log sequence backup is taken into the name of sequence, the thing which we looked. The log sequence backup, which is this, is taken into a name of log sequence in a file. Actually, this was a diagram of log switch and this was the diagram of archive files. But I have already explained you over here, the same is over here. So once the log switch happens, the writer will write on to a log sequence which is the archive files. These are archive files on the disk. It would be written. So as we have already seen over here, the same is explained over here. So we have seen so many things in redo logs and till now we understood that redo log is really important. Now what about if we lose redo log itself or a disk on which the redo log files or redo entries were written is corrupted, damaged? Then what about that? Is there any way we are providing any security or additional features to redo logs? Let us see that point over here. That is called redo multiplexing or redo log multiplexing, where we can have multiple copy of single redo logs. That means we have a redo log group 1 redo log. In that we have multiple redo log files or members. So we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, like that. The data is written on 1, the same data is written on 2 and the same data is written on 3. That means there is a mirroring going on. This is original, this is copy, this is copy. So any data written on this is written on this and also written on this. So in any point of time, let's say if this disk or the file gets corrupted, deleted, anything, we still have the data over here. That is called multiplexing. If any one file is damaged, we have another file by using multiplexing. So it's really important to configure your redo log or a redo log group with multiple redo files or redo members in that. In between, they will have this mirroring. This mirroring mechanism is done by Oracle internally. The Oracle mechanism understands that if you have multiple redo files in one redo log group, they would be mirrored. So this is the concept of multiplexing in redo log. So we have covered a lot of things in redo log and now we will check what is SCN in our upcoming session. And SCN is very important. That is the internal clock of Oracle, that is system generated number or system change number. The recovery behind or the concept behind recovery is very interesting and the base of that plays very important role with SCN numbers. So these are some numbers that is good to know and it's automatically been created and recorded by Oracle. And it's been recorded in some other files also. We will learn that in our next session.